if you know a guy, in this case an alcohol guy, you can get alcohol. Welcome to one of the oldest cultures in the world. Egypt has stood at the center of civilization for millennia. Let's explore the ancient Egyptian influences and stunning nature, meeting with a modern Muslim nation. I am Lex Universe, and this is Egypt, the ancient child of the Nile River. Hello Internet, welcome to Lex Universe. So in this video I want to discuss with you kind of a controversial topic. It will be a little bit shorter than my usual videos, but I think it's a kind of an interesting thing. Today we will talk about alcohol in Egypt. I will talk about the official stand, I will talk about what the reality is, and well, you can make a picture yourself later. So as you can see, I have wine, but it's not in a wine glass, for a good reason. So stay tuned and we'll discuss this. Alright, so let's talk alcohol. First of all, from the official standpoint, alcohol is forbidden in Egypt. I mean, it's not forbidden, it's forbidden to sell alcohol in public places, like shops, anywhere. What this means is you cannot buy beer or wine anywhere in the supermarkets, or even in the marketplaces, anywhere outside. There are bars where you can drink. You have to understand that while Egypt is predominantly Muslim country, there is still like 20% of Christians who are allowed to drink. So if you are not Muslim, you are free to drink if you want. The only thing is that you cannot just buy alcohol in the shops. So that actually also means that I'm not breaking any law if I'm drinking beer here. Thanks God. They actually have their own brewery, Stella, not to confuse with the famous Stella. The Egyptians have actually been brewing beer for the past 4,500 years, so there is a kind of a tradition of it here. So they also have their own wine, but it tastes weird. I will show you. I got one. So officially, there are several establishments that can sell alcohol, and it's in, I would say, like 99% of cases, hotels and tourist resorts. So if you are a foreigner and you are accommodated in some of these resorts or some hotel, they are allowed to serve you alcohol. They need to request some kind of an exception from the government, and if they can prove that they are a tourist establishment, they get the permission to sell alcohol. So what I got from my good friend Mahmoud, it's been a lot easier for these establishments to get the permission sometimes in the past, like it's like in the 60s and the 80s. Now it's getting more and more complicated. You also need to understand that this country has been under military rule for the past almost 10 years, I would say. And in the meantime there were also like 2 years it was actually like when it was led by a person who was member of the Muslim Brotherhood. So that's they're very strict on these rules. So it became significantly more complicated for these resorts to get the permission, but it's possible. And that I'm drinking here is totally legal. On the other hand, many Egyptians, and no matter their faith, actually like alcohol. So how do they do that? Do they get accommodated in these hotels? No, because what I told you was the official stance. There is also, however, the unofficial one. Do you remember what it was like in the States during the Prohibition? Well, of course you don't, because that would make you over 100 years old. And frankly, you could live to that age, but I don't think you're watching YouTube or you're watching me. So, and actually, I checked my statistics, and you don't. So, You don't remember it, but basically back then there was an illegal trade with alcohol, and that's something that's happening right here. Many bars are willing to sell you alcohol. They will just pour it in some bottles and sell it to you, and yeah, you just bring it home and drink it. It never says it's alcohol on the bottle or on the whatever they pour it in. So it always looks like some kind of a drink that has the same color, I would say. I will show you an example from my room. Alright, beautiful people, let me give you an example of what I was saying. So yesterday I managed to get a bottle of wine here, and like I said, you cannot buy it officially. So when I got it, it was packed with this let's say, I think it's some paper bag or something. And when you take a look at the wine, well, it's a tonic water, see? But then when you open it, I will put you away for a moment. But then when you open it, the smell, it's wine. So this is kind of a situation that's happening. From my point, I did manage to buy some alcohol to my hotel room, even though it's not like allowed. Basically, you just need to know some people, and it's very useful to know some people that are able to that happen to stumble on some things and are able to get some other things for you, and it's very good. Basically, social interactions in this case are very important because well, if you know a guy, in this case an alcohol guy, you can get alcohol. But you know, in most cases, I think, I don't know what kind of traveler you are, but if you are this kind of traveler, you don't really need to you don't really need to worry about this, because you can get alcohol here if you have all in for free all day long, so you really don't need it. For me, it's just that I like having a drink in my hotel room on my terrace. It's something that I've really been missing in winter in Europe, so I just wanted to enjoy it a little bit. So yeah, I broke some rules, I guess, but it's not world breaking, is it? If it is, show me your hate in a comment. I don't know what to say. I just wanted to show you that no matter the official stance, the reality is always what you make it. And when you meet local people, they are the best source of information or of some goods that you might want to get. So the rules in its official version are quite strict, but they're not as strict as in other countries like Iran or Saudi Arabia, but they're still quite strict even for a Muslim country. So if you're not feeling comfortable doing that, just go to this hotel and you can do it all without breaking any single rule. So this has been a question that I've been asked by a lot of people, so I just wanted to share my thoughts on it and share my experiences. I hope it helped some people, it answered your questions. If it did, please give me a like, subscribe to my channel, check out my other social media, check out the previous videos of this Egypt series, and see you next time. Have a wonderful day.